Welcome out, ladies and gentlemen, as we are started up on this Week 1 matchup of PremTech versus WASP in the Highlander Season 10 ETF2L matchup. I'm excited to be joined out here again. It's been a long time, too long, GPS, HiGPS, as you'll put it. How are you doing out here tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's been a while since I've been in the game. There's been a lot of changes since we did the last cast, but I'm looking forward to this. WASP versus PremTech. WASP being a team that's been around for a long time. You know, they started at the bottom, now they're here. So they're doing pretty well for themselves. And also then we got PremTech, of course, who's been in the game for a while and been in the high seasons for quite some time now. So this is going to be a very interesting match for me to see how WASP deals with these kind of players. What do you think, Sigafoo, as we just go live?
I definitely think it's going to be a close matchup tonight. I don't know if I have a real strong favorite here as gates are down. We'll see kind of how we want to play this initially as Kermit's going to get pushed back there, eating some rockets early on. Trooper is going to start to get in position, going up that far left-hand side as the soldier just, kind of bombed in there and died.
Yeah,
I'm kind of
one thing
confused by that.
I want to note here, though, is that Sprayer is, of course, running the Kritzkrieg here. And, of course, in case you're not aware, blue team is PremTech and red team is WASP. So PremTech is going to be setting the time that WASP has to beat. So he's going to stay in spawn, and I do believe we had a force there. So the Uber charge go down for the medic there. Klefsas.
I think we're getting a reset.
Yeah, maybe getting a reset. What are people saying?
Yeah,
okay.
so
that was just like the test, all right? They were just testing us.
There we
now,
go.
It's for reals. It's for all the beans.
I like it. Here we go. So now we get the ready up going on, and we'll see kind of, I'm sure, the same thing and maybe a more of a real thing. So, but yeah, PremTech, I mean, I don't know. Last season, they didn't even finish in the top 3 looking at it right now, and I don't know.
They had to defend their title, man, to stay in Prem, and they managed to do so, but they were almost knocked down to high division there. So yeah, PremTech not ending up in the top there, but we'll see how they deal with WASP.
And that's kind of a fall from glory, because I mean, because that was Season 9, they had to defend that. Season 8, they finished in 3rd, and Season 7, they finished in 2nd in Prem. Yeah. So, I mean, they kind of fell off the radar, so we'll see if maybe this is the season where they can kind of pick it back up and maybe not have to defend their title, maybe even make a title run. So, I don't know, it'll be kind of interesting to see. And then WASP has always kind of been a little bit all over the place, but always kind of a solid mid-range team.
Yeah, I mean, I think, let's see, is their heavy? Yeah, no, their heavy isn't. I'm not sure if their main heavy is playing, but PremTech has probably one of the best heavies in the game in the roster. Breakfast Jr. I'm not sure if he's playing or multi-nicking or whatever, but here we have the first initial bomb here with the Demo Man coming in here with the follow-up with the soldier here going for that sentry, but can't take it down there. But some nice exchanges. They did get the Demo Man, they did get the sniper, so that's a couple of nice picks here as Sprayer is running the Kritzkrieg on offense once again. And now they're looking to get a force or pressure, because you can't really stay in spawn for that long. Like, how many suicide rounds are you just really going to waste until you actually decide to move forward here?
Well, especially with the Kritzkrieg, you want to try to get something out there. Klefsas is holding very far back right now. Kritzkrieg not able to reach anything. Uber does get popped off onto the Delman. Pyro pushing so far and actually takes down the Delman with the crits right there. And he's going to go all the way forward, taking down the sniper as well. Down goes Nesh, but Sprayer is going to have about a 15% advantage and continue to build that as he does have the Kritzkrieg build rate over. But Trooper wants to go in. Can he get it? Yes, he does get the Devil Man.
Yeah,
nice job there.
And he stays alive. He's coming out for a second round here. Do they know he's there? He's going to decloak behind the rocks here, it looks like. And he's going right for the sentry. Oh! But the sentry gets picked up right in the nick of time. That could have been disastrous. But he does get the staff on the soldier there. A nice little free kill for the spy there. So far, Trooper has been doing some great spy work this round. He's still alive. He needs to get taken down here. Let's see if the scout here. Yeah, the scout's looking for him. Let's see, the scout was a little bit at least. Mr. Epic.
Oh, but Medic, oh my gosh, Klefsas almost goes down there, runs into the soldier. Actually, Trooper is going to try to butter knife, but not able to connect as Klefsas somehow stays alive at 88%. Sprayer, I believe he used his charge. He must have. He's only at 28% right now as Kakeltu's coming out through the other side, but runs into a level 3 sentry gun. He loses that battle as a nice hold, aggressive hold coming out here on this hill. So it's looking pretty good right now for WASP.
Yeah, WASP is holding. I guess this is more common now, having like the forward level 3 there. We're starting to see this more. It wasn't so common before, but as the meta changes, people adapt. They also have a forward dispenser. It's going to give a lot of health and managed to do that. Nice backstab there by Castle, taking down Nesh, the offensive sniper. It's going to give Fuzz a lot of elbow room here to just do whatever he wants. Because right now the meta with the Highlander is still very sniper-centered, especially on like a super sniper-friendly map like this. So also Fuzz is on the Machina, I just saw, so he's going to be giving away his position. But it works, like he's probably running the Razorback too. Yep, he is.
Yeah, it's one of the things that it got banned. You know, the Razorback. I'm sorry, not the Razorback. The Machina was actually banned in UGC. Obviously, we're playing in ETF2L, so it's still allowed here. And actually, Fuzz gets a better of that duel
comes the
as
bomb.
he takes it down. Devilman tries to get something, not able to get anything, and not coordinated here with Chuper, who's about to go down as well. I mean, just a little bit mistimed there.
Yeah, a little bit mistimed. I guess Chuper was a little bit out of position because if he had gone in at the same time the demo was bombing, that sentry would have been toast, most definitely. But it looks like they are holding on both team with that 100% Uber. Interesting that the engineer isn't running the short circuit. I'm not sure if it's banned or not. Probably isn't. It's not the biggest of deals. But he's running the pistol regardless. So let's see here. We got unlimited. Oh, he's going in. He's going to pressure the medic here and gets the force. Nice work there by the demo before getting taken out by the scout. And now the gun is being moved backwards, so they're just slowly turtling back.
I'd be surprised if they move it forward, though. Again, I kind of... Actually, I guess they're going to just opt it back out here. Yeah, they did. They have too many down right now. Only 4 alive. A couple of respawns coming up. But Juso on the cart, and you should be able to take this, though. They're actually still holding forward, but this got to make sure that they don't lose anybody in this transition to the 3rd point.
Yeah, and you can see like the engineer and the scout just behind the cart, just pushing it forward, even though the sentry's there. So not the optimal spot there, and the red team there, WASP, suffering a lot of casualties there, losing their sniper amongst others. So cart's still moving, and now WASP kind of has to decide where they want to hold. So once again, a forward dispenser and sentry just going up for the engineer there. So his team is going to have to buy him a lot of time for this to get set up properly, because if PremTech decides to just go for an all-out like double bomb rush like they've been doing, like with the soldier and the demo, that sentry's going to be taken up pretty quickly, and that's a lot of time wasted for the engineer. So
yeah, and actually they're losing some players here. Unlimited goes down. Soldier's going to go down here as well, as they were holding incredibly aggressively alone in the house, and no demo man on this hillside is actually a pretty big deal, as there's so much spam that can come down.
You see Chuper's position there, the spy. Oh, he's looking at the sentry. He's hungry, man. He wants to put a zapper on that thing so bad, and down there's the sap. And here comes the demo. Perfect timing with the Uber. He's going to run into a pyro, but they got the sentry, and that's, I guess, the pick he wanted. And now this level 1 sentry is going to get taken out pretty easily here. Could probably be taken out by this heavy, actually. I'm watching Kakaltu here, just on the cart shooting.
And Klefsas actually went down in that exchange, so pretty nice job, as that's going to help them continue to roll forward. As Sprayer up at 17% right now, continue to go on as the cart is starting to roll back, as took him out onto the cart, but still this 3rd point should go down in the favor of PremTech, and a decent time right now.
It's going to be difficult for Fuzz, though, because it's like Fuzz versus the rest of the enemy team, and he's just, he's deciding to go back there, because you can't, like, you can maybe get one pick, and then the other sniper's going to kill you, but they are hurdled around the cart, so if he wanted, he could potentially peek, but that's very risky, so they're going for the safer route. He's going up, taking the upper stairs. It's going to be key to holding this last area here, but already we have the demo man here pressuring the sniper, and it's kind of just bullying him out of there. Let's see. Oh, both demos trade with each other, so both demos are dead.
But it's going to favor the offense there, just because you're going to have that demo man coming up right now. So Maltu's coming up.
He's still alive.
Still 10 seconds. Yeah, and I mean, if they teleporter up, that's going to be even better, as that's coming up right now. Actually, nice stab there by Costel, taking down the sniper on the cart. So that's going to give Fuzz a little bit of opportunity to peek a little bit more aggressively. Chuper gets taken down, trying to take down the sentry gun, and there you go. So some exchanges going on here. So we're going to see an Uber exchange, probably, as the demo man actually does get Uber popped off him, but they don't take too much ground, and down goes Sprayer. Nice snipe there by Fuzz.
Yeah, nice shot there. And almost everybody on blue team is dead right now. Still have that teleporter and dispenser up, though, so they're going to be teleporting in as soon as they spawn here, and they keep up that pressure. But the cart's still moving, nice little bump there by Chuper, just doing that. He's going to go up. And let's see if this timing works, all right? Because he has to go up there, and he can't stay invisible forever, because I do believe he's running the regular watch, I think. So you can do the ammo pickups. Let's see here. He's looking at the sentry. No, I think he's using... No, he's not using the cloak and dagger. So he got taken out, dominated by the engineer. Ouch.
Yeah, and PremTech just can't seem to figure out a way to get in here, as the soldier's going to go down. Juso, the scout, he's going to try to peek in as well, going to get pushed back here. As it's going to be, I mean, yeah, it's just kind of interesting to see how they want to play this Lippy down there. He's actually going to get taken out, so that person who was kind of checking underneath this was Lippy, their soldier. Mr. Epic is going to actually drop down to try to watch that right now. It's a lot of pressure coming out from underneath. Sprayer sitting at 91%, so we should see an Uber exchange here happening not too long from now.
There we go, 100%. I guess. Oh, they're just going to go upstairs. Oh no, but they lost a demo on the way up there. This is kind of just a scrappy push here now. They're just trying to gain whatever ground there, but the pyro in the front there is just going to deny everybody going up those stairs. And now that the Uber's faded, you can't really pass that heavy because it's like a mobile sentry, and the scout gets taken out by Catman. And he, well, the demo's back now. He's had enough. Trying to shoot some bombs here. Oh, and he gets the pyro. Oh, and kills himself on the medic. And the medic stays alive and has 100% Uber and didn't even pop. That's what you call balls of steel, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that was a really nice job by Klefsas there. I mean, I just loved it. He sees this Ubered scout coming at him, and he's just, like, watching him casually. Yeah, okay, you can't be killed. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to pop anyways. I mean, nice job. I mean, really came down to the pyro, being able to just blow back that Uber charge. And Fuzz right now on a 6-kill streak. Nobody is contesting them up in this box's area. This upper actually, Klefsas takes some damage, but able to grab that med pack. Unlimited goes down as well, but able to get healed back up as Mr. Epic kind of poking so far forward. Gets a nice kill there in that 1v1 against Juso as we come into our first pause of the match.
Yeah, and in case you're just tuning in and wondering what it is you're watching, why it isn't just 6 people on each side of the team here, is because we're doing 9v9 Highlander, 1 of each, 1 class limit. So that is the current format in case you are a new viewer and not entirely sure. So this is a Premiership division of ETF2L. It's probably the best of the best in Europe. So, and of course we got the American caster here, Sigafoo, who's representing.
Gotta bring a little NA into this EU mix-up, you know. Yeah. Gotta balance it out, you know.
Yeah. So far, looking at the scoreboard here, we can see that it's pretty similar, except that Nesh hasn't been able to do as much, like the sniper. We can see that Fuzz is rocking the same amount of points as the heavy, and you can see also Kakaltu is topping the board on his team as well, and then it's like a good mixture there as well. So. Also, we see Trooper pretty high. He's obviously done a lot of work, and of course, spy points. What is it, like you get 2.5 points per backstab or something like that? It's crazy. So if you get like 2 kills, you have like 5 points.
So. Are you hating on spy mains? Because there's like a lot of stabby fans in chat right now that are gonna lynch you. Like it's just not.
Like I'm a sniper main, so I get 1.5 points per headshot. So I guess that's fine because I didn't have to be close. But like, it's just a joke, man. It's just a prank, bro. Just trying to be funny here. Bro, calm down. Just calm down. Anyway, it looks like I didn't expect PremTech to have this much trouble on the last point here. It just seems like, I gotta say, like, the balls of Klefsas, the medic here, like, a scout in your face and eating a pipe from a demo and you still don't pop. You're like, oh yeah, just whatever. But like at this level of play, you have such a good sense of how much damage they can do and like how good your teammates are at killing them. So it's like, yeah, I know he's probably going to get me with 1 bomb that's going to do 104. I have 150, and then I'm just going to stand on the health pack, and then my heavy's going to kill him, and I don't have to pop.
Well, that's just it. I mean, it's kind of it kind of speaks to like the high level play that we're currently watching, is to know that an Uber charge is coming into you, and I think a lot of lower level players would just instinctively pop their Uber charge kind of no matter what, just because, oh, well, an Uber's at me. And it's not necessarily the wrong play just to take an exchange, because if you do exchange, you're going to be at a slight Uber disadvantage, because, of course, like if I pop my Uber 3 seconds after you do, then you have a 3-second advantage, as we do have the unpause happening here. Let's us reconnecting with Unlimited. As, we'll see if PremTech can figure out a way to push into this final point, but they just can't seem to get anything done here. And I think part of that is just because there's not any pressure going on to Fuzz right now, the sniper who's just allowed to scope down main with that Machina uncontested.
Yeah, I mean, they know he's there, so in order to get him, you need to like have someone to pressure him first, and then have the other sniper counter him, or like have the spy come up and bother him with the revolver or the ambassador here. And you can see like people on the cart, and he's just in the back uncontested, but oh no! Oh! The Klefsas goes down. I don't think that was a drop, but he goes down, and the sniper, he's bullied out of there. So it looks like the upper defense hold here almost is broken. It's just the hero dispenser that's left. Well, there's a soldier up here too, but yeah.
Yeah, actually, it was Klefsas actually got forced off there, and then as he was retreating after he lost some people, he ended up dying just after that, as Fuzz is rotating back up to the boxes area and look down main again.
I'm watching Castle. Oh, he goes for the... Oh, can't get the stab and runs into a pyro. Ouch. Sorry, go ahead. I just thought there. There was no way he could get the stab, and he didn't get it, so...
was very close, but right now the blue team, that is PremTech, able to get into the upper area. Unlimited gets a Juso on that trap there. As we're going to finally get the Devilman pushing up here, and Sentry Gun taking a lot of damage, but still not going down. The Rescue Ranger doing exactly its job as he moves into the wrench, but finally the focus better than the healing rate of that gun, and now this is a good job for PremTech. This is looking good for them to be able to push in here as Kermit gets in that upper area, and this looks to be devastation right now for the red team, as they only have 4 alive.
Kermit here actually got the sniper and the engineer here before going down, and now just blue team just needs to occupy area and keep pushing the cart. You can see there's a lot of players down for WASP here, and I think this just might be the nail in the coffin unless this respawn wave coming in. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, 6, 5, whatever. A large amount of the defenders are going to be respawning at the same time, and the bot jump on the cart here. And are PremTech going to fall apart here, or nope? Looks like they still have the number advantage. People are pushing the cart here, and there's no one to defend. And there you go, 10 minutes and 31 seconds.
Yeah, so anybody who's kind of not familiar with Highlander, I mean, I would put that as a bad time, like a pretty bad time. Like, not a horrible time, but definitely not a good one. You know, probably around like 7 to 8 minutes, I'd say, is average, give or take.
Yeah.
That 10 minutes is pretty easy to defend.
Yeah. So usually, like, what we see often is that, like, teams will have the longest time in the first game, and then progressively as they do, because we're going to do a best of 3. In the next 2 rounds, the time will be much lower, because, like, teams figure out how they play, and, like, the mistakes they made in the first game are not being repeated. So I think, like, the major thing was that they spent too long getting the second point and the last point, like taking the upper area. They were way too slow doing that. Like, they were just allowed to stay there for so long, and I do think Fuzz is going to really get shut down a lot more now on offense. They do not want to let him do anything. They want Nesh, their own. Because now PremTech teams have been switched, so PremTech is in the red and WASP is in the blue. So gates are about to open. Let's see, are there any shenanigans? No, Unlimited not on Sticky Jumper. So yeah, okay.
Yeah,
looks like
they're gun in a pretty standard spot. Dispenser, all that stuff. Nothing too exciting here, but we're going to see if anything exciting can happen here. As the Sticky Trap does get spotted, takes Catman down pretty low, but doesn't kill him. As Limpy going to get readied up here for this initial suicide wave. So we'll see if they can do anything. As Klefsas actually starting to peek. Actually, if Nesh saw this, he might be able to do something as Lippy gets easily taken out there.
Let's see here. Yeah, he's just standing there shooting crossbows at people that's going on the flank there. That's just all he's doing. Here comes the spy, though, looking for the engineer, and misses the stab and gets him on the second try. So engineer on offense. There's just some capping power. Just I think you can buy your team a couple of seconds with a stab like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what this first point is all about. Like, you're not going to, like, it's incredibly uncommon to win the first round or to be able to hold the first point unless you're just significantly better than the other team, and that you're going to win the game either way. This is really about how many seconds can you take off the clock in your favor, as they're currently working about 10 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock. Already a minute off the clock.
Here comes the medic, very early Uber.
So we got the Pyro actually Sisters do a nice job blowing back Unlimited here as the soldier actually getting caught out here. D-Totus trying to push in on the flank side. He gets killed as the cart's going to start moving up. Fuzz trying to get some snipes down uncontested right now. Lippy getting down to the playground, going to try to take down Nesh, who just barely escapes with his life, but they're still holding on to this first point.
Oh, the sentry gun's eating so much damage here. I think we're going to see a pickup pretty soon. And nope, he's still holding it. Yeah, there he picks it up. So there we go. They're going to be capping the point here, and the dispenser is just left to die along with the teleporter. So let's see what PremTech does for a defense here. They put the gun really far back. They're not even doing like the semi-forward hold here, but I do think a dispenser is going to go up fairly soon. Oh, but Fuzz with the headshot on Kakal to heavy down. That's a huge pick. Taking down the heavy on the defense there.
Yeah, and the combo is actually pushing into the tunnel. This is incredibly unusual playstyle right now. As Uber does actually get popped off onto the Delman. I think it was a little bit forced here out of D-Toad, who gets meleeed by the pan. But now the medic's going to get caught out here. Yes, Lippy comes in over the top. Nice rocket, taking him down. Only 4 alive here on the offensive side. Make that 3 with a couple respawns coming in right now. And this second point's going to go down easily in the favor of WASP, and they are looking very determined to beat the time.
This is something that can happen. Like, you get this momentum going, like you have your players alive, and then you try to like stay ahead in the numbers game. Like you see the soldier here, Lippy. He is just been doing a lot of work here. He's going 2 for 1, and if like half of your team goes 2 for 1, that's the entire enemy team gone. So Great exchange there. Let's see if Kermit here can get some counter work done here, doing some rockets, but does get taken out by Mr. Epic, the scout. Goes back to capping the cart here. I'm watching Maita right now. He's going to be working on getting a little sticky trap up here, I think. He's just making sure they know he's there, just to buy more time. He's not looking to kill anyone. Catches the demo. That's a free kill. Unlimited going down. Going to be taking that any day.
And actually, Sprayer's in a really awkward position, and Leppy catches him out right now. Gets 2 rockets. Can he land the third? Yes, he does. Takes down the medic there as Klefsas is sitting at 100%.
Oh,
they should
speaking
be
of medics,
ready to
look at
push
Trooper.
this.
He's going for the medic. Oh, is he going to hit it? Oh, he gets it, and that's a drop. Bye-bye, Klefsas. I think that's the first drop of the game. Ouch. Should have checked your back there, but yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's a nice call there. As Unlimited goes down as well, so this third point, it looks like it was going to be easily taken. Now it looks like it's easily going to be defended right now. As Sprayer coming up, can have even Ubers, as the cart's doing a nice job of defending. Nesh goes down to Fuzz, so the sniper game is still going in the favor of Fuzz here today. Fuzz just having a really nice game.
Damn it. I was looking at Kostel, the other spy, and he's just looking with the ambassador for the engineer. Should have just gone for the stab, but the pyro saw him, and now the scouts, like, he's not going to be able to do anything because they know he's there, and oops, they lost their demo again. Oh, but he gets the engineer picked up the gun, and he stabbed him the instant he did it. That's a 2-for-1 kill there for Kostel. I guess that waiting paid off after all. Talk about timing.
Yeah, and this is going to bring up this third point. Easily going to go down in the
look
favor
at Unlimited.
of...
He has the best sticky trap ever in case anybody goes out there. There's like this door who closes at the top of the enemy spawn once the third point gets capped, and sometimes players will like rush down there. Oh, they bumped the spy. Oh, Trooper gets taken out by Lippe. But I don't think anyone... Yeah, nobody's going to go out that door, so I was hoping some sticky trap action. Catman here. Wow, 2 kills, 3 kills before going down. That's a good exchange.
Yeah, actually, Sprayer taking down the medic is always a good exchange right there. Only 5 alive, but Kermit trying to do the best impression. He does get the Uber get forced off onto Klefsas, who is down incredibly low, down to 75 HP, decides to back off. Juso actually behind him, he rides. He's going to find Klefsas. No, he's going to find the soldier, takes him out with a 2-shot right there, as Klefsas pushing onto the cart, and 5 minutes and 30 seconds to push onto this final point, and it's looking incredibly good here.
This is getting scary. If you look at the positioning of the blue team here, they're just pretty much all over the place. It's going to be hard to contest. They're already controlling the upper area, I thought, but the engineer's going to take down the spy there. But yeah, let's see here. Red team is very far back, and most of them are dead. Sprayer going down once again, and there's not really a whole lot of red to defend this. I mean, they have a level 1 sentry here, but there's this is going to be very limited to what that thing can do, especially with the fact that you can't infinitely repair. The Wrangler as you were used to doing, like forever you could like Wrangler repair. And there you go. WASP taking the first round.
Yeah, no, incredibly strong play there. Nice job by Lippe at the end. I mean, I saw Bull Soldiers doing this, and I think it's kind of an underappreciated thing to do, which is to jump up on the balcony on the offense. So you jump up onto the defensive balcony, you know, just outside of spawn, and usually it's just the sniper, engineer. There's nobody really usually to defend that. And you can kind of just get free picks, and that's exactly what Lippe did to kind of help secure that final round, though it's looking pretty damn in their favor. And that time they said, I mean, that would be somewhere around 5 minutes offense, I think. It's kind of hard to say.
I wasn't paying attention, but
I think there was about 4 minutes left in the clock, which would put it at around a 5 to 6 minute time, which would definitely be on the faster side.
Yeah, definitely. Like you saw WASP here, they held for longer and they capped faster. So let's see if they can be able to do that. And looking at the scores here, you can see that Lippe is actually the soldier for WASP. He's been doing a lot of work. Like I mentioned, he goes 2-for-1 a lot, and that just shows that he's like at the top of the board. So it looks like we're just having some downtime here as people like reconnect and fix their computers. I mean, their toasters. And
yeah, it looks like
they're just going.
Pulling up the stats right now. Yeah, I mean, Lippe top.
Do you have them? Do you have the stats?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I should get them too. Link.
So Lippe is currently top damaging in the game, which is pretty damn unusual and pretty impressive. I mean, for a soldier, absolutely.
Definitely.
I mean, Upward is a map that I think can kind of limit itself, or any payload map. A good soldier, especially on defense, can just do a ton of work because they tend to play a little bit more aggressively than their demo man. Their life is a little bit less meaningful, so they tend to maybe play on the flank or get some more damage. But Lippy, I mean, he's just been playing absolutely amazing here. Currently that's about 2,000 more damage, a little bit over 2,000, about 20% more damage than Kermit, his counterpart on the other team. So definitely doing a lot of work this game. Sprayer going down twice as much as Klefsas, 8 deaths compared to 4. So I'm not sure exactly, whose fault it is, if maybe his positioning is bad or if his team's not doing a good job of positioning, but definitely...
I think the answer is Lippy, maybe. Could be. He's been bothering the medic a lot, so...
Yeah, actually, Costal has Costal with 3 kills onto Sprayer, Lippy with 2, D-Toad at 1, Fuzz and Catman also getting their fair share of that. Pretty much only the pick classes. I mean, that's the other interesting thing kind of to that is only the pick classes have been able to get to Sprayer or to Costal. Or Klefsas, I'm sorry, Costal. To Klefsas, as Trooper and Nesh account for 75% of the kills on the medic, so... It's apparently they're not getting that normal damage onto the medic. They're not able to get the bombs. They're not able to get in. Kind of PremTech seems to be lacking in that today.
Yeah. I'm also looking at Fuzz got the sniper. This is a very sniper-oriented map because of the long sight lines. Fuzz has 10 more kills than Nash in this game so far. So that's double the amount. So that's quite significant. But they have killed each other almost equal amount of times.
Yeah, it's kind of almost like Nesh is trying to only counter snipe, whereas Fuzz is trying to actually kill everybody.
Yeah,
if you look at it, literally he kills Nesh. So Nesh has killed the other sniper 6 times, and then everybody else he's only killed at most once. Yeah, versus Fuzz, who's got it spread out kind of more evenly. The 1 more kill onto Nesh, so it's very close. I mean, counter sniper to be sniper, but it just seems maybe Nesh is maybe just a little bit too focused on that.
Yeah, maybe. You can also snipers can often get tunnel vision in that, being a sniper main and all. But I was always a sniper. I didn't really care who I shot, so I just shot whoever was available. But there's some snipers who if one sniper is doing really well on the other team, you're like, oh, you gotta do them, and then you ignore other plays just to stop that one sniper. And I think that's maybe what Nesh has been doing. So now, go ahead. Okay.
Well, yeah, so I was going to say, I was talking to Cloudy kind of before the playoffs of last season, and he was kind of talking about his sniper style, and that, and you can, obviously you're a sniper a little bit in the EU scene, is that snipers apparently, kind of in the EU scene, go more for, the counter-sniping and kind of that thing, where the NA sniper, particularly Max or kind of different stuff, it's much more about just get kills. Any kill you can get is more valuable than anything else. And that was, one thing, Cloudy had an outstanding game in the finals in particular, but if you looked at it, he just had kills on everybody. He didn't care if it was an engineer, a scout, a soldier, or whatever. I don't need to counter-snipe. Let my team take care of the sniper. Let me kill people. And I think that's an invaluable, kind of strategy to that.
Yeah, you have certain classes that protect the sniper, so if you kill those classes, your teammates can kill the other snipers. So, but yeah, gates are about to open. Teams have been switched back and forth, so now we got PremTech defending and WASP attacking here, centering in normal spots, and gates are about to open. No shenanigans as of yet. Here comes I think the Solid was going to bomb at the same time here. They're going up here. The Spy's already on fire, so he's not going to be able to do too much. Nesh here with a headshot on Lippy, taking him down. I guess that's a key player to take down now. Watching the
especially in this initial bomb, you take down the soldier, you're gonna they just ruined their initial bomb wave, so they're gonna have to wait another 10-15 seconds before they do it. As Fuzz is actually getting very focused right now by Trooper there, who's gonna just stand there with the cloak and dagger, hoping to harass.
Yeah, we got Castle, the spy for WASP here, going around the side. He's looking. He's gonna go and harass the teleporter at spawn. So that's a good, secure way of doing things. Just gotta watch the respawn timer, because there is gonna be a scout respawning in about 8 seconds that he might have to deal with.
As Trooper does get a kill onto the Heavy, who is standing on the card. Uber does get popped off onto D-Toad and the Demo Man, but Medic's going to just run away here, trying to stay alive, and Sprayer also popped his Uber, so Klefsas is going to have a slight Uber advantage as the gun's being focused.
The Spy's not really killing the sniper, but he was bothering the sniper, buying his teammates some precious time there. But yeah, pretty good first push here. It's not much they can do with that, and also they seem to be winning in the numbers game as well. I mean, they lost their medic, but that's not... I mean, as long as the cards go forward and the enemy team keeps retreating, that doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. And then doing a good job of getting times 3, make that times 4 on the card, but Nesh, nice snipe there on Catman. Fuzz is going to try to peek around the corner, see if he can find anything for himself right now. It's a forward hold that's coming out of PremTech, which they weren't able to really get last time, though Unlimited doing a nice amount of damage in that Z connector. Popcorn Corp, I should say, is going to try to peek that, but not able to
Yeah, we also
do
have a
anything.
Castle here at the back. Oh, he's been spotted, so he needs a distraction to go in to deal with this sentry here. He's just going to go around the back. Be very far. Okay. Well, the gun went down anyway with a reflect rocket by the Pyro D-Toad, nonetheless. That's tons of style points in my book. If you can reflect kill a rocket on a sentry.
Yeah, absolutely. As coming up at about 40% here, I believe we might have missed Kermit killing the medic a little bit before his Uber gets forced off onto Sprayer, who's going to pop around the corner, taking Scissors with him, trying to get so far forward, does take down the mini sentry gun, but not able to find much other than that. Unlimited gets taken out by a nice backstab as D-Toad is going to take down Scissors, he's going to get taken out from behind by Kermit, and Scissors is still incredibly forward, but not able to find any more kills, and is going to decide to probably back up here. As still, PremTech now deciding to do a nice forward hold as Klefsas, though, sitting at 90% ready to push in when he wants to, so Sprayer has to be careful here.
Yeah, definitely. We have the Red Heavy here, a headshot from the sniper, who is being pressured by this spy. Trooper takes him down, so no more fuzz. Nesh is also down, so no snipers. That means you can just peek and stand wherever you want without the fear of being instantly shot. So blue team has a full Uber. Wasp's coming in here. PremTech has to deal with this. The Pyro is going to be a key class here. And, the gun gets picked up here, and now the Pyro just has to air blast them if they decide to come around the corner. You can see he's ready, just right-clicking them away. Nope, they're gonna retreat. Never mind what I say, I'm stupid. Go ahead.
No, it's all good there. I think that Uber pop out of the offense was a little bit questionable. I mean, PremTech was holding so far back there that they could have easily just kind of bullied them out, taking ground. I mean, you kind of have a little bit of high ground, on that second point. That I really don't think they needed to use that Uber charge. They would have been able to do an exchange here, where now they're about 60% down. As Unlimited trying to get some spam down. Kermit's going to meet Catman right there in the upper area. Going to get the better of that duel, but going to get exchanged for himself. As the cart's slowly being moved up here, long cart path on this third point objective. As Klefsas now at 78%. Should see an exchange, but Lippy is behind enemy lines right now. We'll see what he wants to do with that.
Oh, he's going to be battling the scout here, so let's see if the scout can get the drop on him. Let's see. Oh, he's going in for the meat shots. Oh, what? Wow, Lippy sweeping the rug out of under the scout's feet there. Whoops, that was a bit almost embarrassing for the scout not getting the pick despite getting the drop on the soldier. But there you go, Lippy being pretty good. And then he dies to reflect from Scissors.
Yeah, I mean, I think he should have tried to maybe sustain his life a little bit more if he could have. I mean, to be a nuisance behind enemy lines in that situation is pretty good. As Popcorn getting a nice amount of cart time, but Scissors going to easily take him out as he kind of went over to that shack area. We're going to see an Uber exchange coming in here shortly. Yes, it does come off onto Unlimited here. Sentry gun goes down right away as Oba was actually distracted with the spy behind enemy lines. Scissors pushing in with his Uber charge. Going to try to get the medic caught in here, but is he going to be able to get him?
Oh, he's so in the red. 42 health. Oh, he gets out of there. And his team is still keeping the pressure on there. We got Lippy. Oh, he fell off the map. Never mind. But Cart's still pretty close. We got the scout on the side here. Oh, the scout actually had a pretty good opportunity to take out the sniper there, but he actually just didn't. He didn't do what you learn in elementary school, to look both ways before you cross the road. So if he did, he would have seen the sniper.
Oh, but Costello takes down Sprayer right there. And
Nice
that's going to
dab.
open this up, this third point, as having that medic advantage is always going to work out in your favor, especially when you don't have that level 3 sentry gun to back you up. Scout onto the cart.
Yeah,
this is going to go out in the favor, and they might be able to roll this all the way into the final point here.
A lot of pressure
5
on
minutes?
Trooper now. Oh, he got spotted too. Yeah, Trooper is absolutely screwed, and he goes down. So, it's hard to be a spy, when the enemy team always know there's a spy there. So let's see. We have PremTech. They are now holding the upper area. They are,
With a lot of aggression, actually. Beto taken down 2 right there. Taking down the combo classes. Nice job by him.
Oh, but sometimes, some players will connect that if a missing health pack is missing, there's been an invisible spy there. But I don't think Kaltus saw that. Oh, well, the Costello runs right into them and gets absolutely obliterated. So,
Might have been a little bit early, because the Uber charge is about to get exchanged here. Costello actually just waited to make his play, as the Uber charge finally does come off on Unlimited here, pushing in, takes down the Deadline. Scissors doing a nice job, trying to air blast him back, takes a little bit more damage. Somebody needs to help him out. Yes, finally it does, but Nesh takes down Unlimited. and the medic Klefsas is still alive there, tries to take out Trooper with the arrow, but
Maito is a bit out of position too. He was like going on a little adventure down there, grabbing the health back, but he's back now. But it looks like they're able to stabilize here. We have the soldier jumping back up there, having that high ground, making sure that it's secure, because like that's basic strategies 101, have the high ground here. Oh, Kermit on a 5 kill streak before being taken down by Lippy. So clearly, soldier's doing work this game. Now Lippy's up here. He's doing some rockets before getting taken down by Nesh. Nesh has had enough of that rocket topping bullshit.
Yeah, and Sprayer actually almost died a little bit before, as they're now starting to rotate back into the upper area, but Fuzz gets the better of that sniper duel, taking down Nesh. And Nesh is going to be down for 15 seconds, as Maito is just a little bit overextended here, being disconnected. Catman's going to get taken out from Kermit from behind, but the Uber did get popped off onto Sprayer. I'm not sure if that was a force or if he just was trying to save his Devilman, but Unlimited is going to be pushing him with their Uber right now to overtake this upper area. Trooper, though, right behind the medic. Is he going to get spotted? Yes, he is. Drops out of the window. Popcorn pushing onto the cart, but Kermit's up here to contest them. And Klefsas might get here. One rocket lands onto him. Can Klefsas dodge that second one? Yes, he does, as Kermit goes down. But very good position right now for the offense to push onto this final point as the level 3 does go down.
They lost their demo, though, but people on the cart, Pyro on the cart's very hard to deal with. You have to either kill them, and you have to have your team alive, too. That helps. But yeah, there you go. 7:47. It's, I think it was a bit longer than the last round that we saw, because we didn't get a good timing on that. But that's a decent time, like 6-7 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than the initial time that PremTech put up. I mean, the first round with WASP on offense, I believe they did around roughly 5 to 6 minutes. So about 7 minutes and 47 seconds. It's on the slower side of average, depending on, kind of, I don't know what you want to define as average, but I would say it's definitely a good time to work against. I mean, it's average, right? Like, you can't, if you get anything better, that's great, but it's pretty much what you're working with. But, I mean, PremTech, the last time now they're going to be on offense here, starting on a blue. WASP going to be on red. PremTech, they kind of struggled on the final point here. I mean, they looked pretty decent through the first 3 points, so we see if they can kind of fix their final push, because if they can do that, I think they definitely can push this into a final round. But if WASP is able to defend their time, this is going to be in. That's going to be 2-0 in the favor of WASP if they can't do that.
Yeah, so let's see, crits on offense once again here. So that's always an interesting strategy, going in for those crits. Crit force. So we'll see how they decide to how to play this. Looking at the scores here, we can see that Nesh, the sniper, is second fragging through his medic, while as Fuzz is a lot lower down, so it seems like he wasn't able to do as well as he did last round. So let's see, here comes the combined push here. Crits very early and hasn't gotten a kill yet. Oh, here they go. They did get to the Demo Man, which is a nice opening killer, and did get the force as well. So that is a Crits Krieg well spent in my book.
Yeah, and Trooper right behind the gun, but D-Toad's actually going to spot him out and going to push him back here as the cart's slowly moving up. As Nesh trying to get, Nesh does get the better of that exchange. Fuzz goes down, and Fuzz is also going to be on a slow respawn, so Nesh just aggressively standing forward, knows that he can peek as free as he wants to right now, trying to get something as a sentry gun did get sapped, and the engineer is not going to be able to save this, as they're just going to have to back out of this first point wisely to make sure they don't lose anything more. Yeah,
so all the PremTech has to be careful about now. It's a spy who misses the stab on the heavy a couple of times. But yeah, now the blue team has like number advantage. They got pretty good flow going forward here. Got some great momentum here, and they just need to maintain it. And the engineer is building the sentry and spawn and just furiously hitting that wrench on the sentry gun really hard. And they lost Catman there on the defensive, because yeah, red is a bit scatterhead. They lost a Pyro too. So look at all this ground that PremTech is just covering for free, and crits against the sentry doesn't really work, but they followed up anyway, and the gun is down.
Well, I think the gun stayed alive there somehow. But now it gets sapped. Down it goes as the spy's going to try to make a play on the cart there. But again, it kind of shows the. I mean, I guess it did work. They did get an exchange off. They didn't get any kills with it, but it doesn't matter if you're going to get the point down. As now they are going to have a crits advantage, maybe about 20% by the time it builds. The soldier
sticky trap didn't even kill the demo. Sorry.
So incredibly close. Unlimited now backing up here. Going to give this up, but now it's going to be really interesting to see how Sprayer plays his crits, as they are now at 75%, building up ever so closely. And we'll see if they're able to get anything with this, but Klefsas should be playing a little bit passively, knowing that this crits is going to come in.
Yeah, I have something, I never called it, but it's like the curse of the crits, the crits curse, which is if you take too long to spend the crits, something's going to go wrong. So they just spend it. Just gonna get some ground here and actually take out the sentry with the crits, but it doesn't do any more damage. Oh, and they lost their demo in the push as well. And now they just kind of have to bum rush the medic here and get a force, and they did it actually. I'm not sure. Was that the heavy who forced the medic there? I wasn't entirely sure what happened there, but then as soon as the Uber fades, he gets a body shot by Nesh. So almost everyone is dead.
Yeah, and
right
Sprayer
now.
goes down to Mr. Epic chasing that down. Was that a four? I mean, it kind of looked like they kind of wanted to pop just to defend the point. I mean, they were down numbers, as Nesh is getting back out on the card. Unlimited is going to be back here to be able to defend that.
Did the scout just really run off the map? I think he did.
I think he did. I think he was trying to dodge and just didn't realize how close he was. As Scissor takes down the dispenser, going to be pushing around this. Actually, no, he decides to back off, but Fuzz taking down the demo man there. On the offensive side, as Olba just
engineer has to be careful.
He doesn't want to get sniped, but I think he can get a little bit more aggressive than that. Yeah, there you go.
Could also help to like build a dispenser just for cover. Like, could also work. So yeah, we got the engineer just pushing the cart forward, because if they do get the third point, they do get the forward spawns, and this engineer falls into the pit. But hey, the cart's moved pretty far, so that's worth it, most definitely. So 4 minutes and 10 seconds left on clock. This is absolutely doable for PremTech here.
Yeah, I mean, and they're looking incredibly strong right now. They do have the Uber advantage. I'm not sure. Let me double check to see. Yeah, both medics are on Medigun now. Yeah. No crits plays. Limited does go down, so no Delman and no heavy on this defensive side.
Yeah.
And that should open it up here. That they do have the holding on the Uber. They have the level 3 sentry gun, so they definitely are not out of it. But they got to be careful, though they did lose Mado right there, so no Delman for the offense.
And also Unlimited and Leafby were down for the defenders, so that allowed the scout to just push the card here, and they could probably push it the whole way, but why did the medic pop on the... what?
He got forced off, and actually he dies right there. Finally, the Uber comes in, does defend the cart. Scissors goes down, trying to make it a little bit cute. Chuper's on the cart right now. He's going to get cut off by the Pyro, as they are able to defend this down to 2 people with a bunch of respawns coming in. But that card is right on the edge. All it's going to need is a spy to just step on it.
Yeah, speaking of spies, Castle taking out Nesh with the backstab. He's running the Cozy Camper to avoid like getting any flinches when he shoots, but doesn't protect you against backstabs. So maybe we'll go back to the Razorback now once that happened.
So we'll have to keep our eye on Chuper to see if he's going to make a decloak play. 7 seconds left on the clock. He's going to want to keep this cart forward, because the biggest thing is you do not want to let this cart roll back down the hill, and he's going to do just that. Here he goes, decloaks, and nobody's on it! He captures the cart! The spy play, and there you go, get all the forward spawns now.
Alright, and in the downtime, I just want to mention that the dispenser for blue team is still before the first point, so that thing hasn't been moved or destroyed at all. I just thought that was amusing. There you go.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's, as an engineer, you can't. It's hard to find times to put down a dispenser on offense. I'm just going to say that in his defense. As we do have both medics, though, sitting at 100% Uber here, so we're going to see an exchange probably going in the lower stairwell, but this is where PremTech has struggled. They've struggled to kind of work in this Uber charge, so we'll see what they can do this time.
Yeah. And also, this is, isn't this match point for WASP if they win this round? If they manage to defend this? Yep, absolutely. So PremTech is feeling the pressure. Most definitely here. So let's see how they decide to handle this.
Yeah, so Uber exchange. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the Uber exchange did come off. I'll take it here. The Uber exchange did come off there, but no ground really taken. A lot of frags did come out in the favor of the defense, but it doesn't really matter because, again, with those fast respawns, only about 7-second respawns at the most. Unlimited peeking around the corner, trying to get some nice damage down right now. Taking down Scissors down pretty low, able to get that med pack, but Sprayer staying at 45%, a little bit at a disadvantage as Chuper's trying to figure out a way, how do I get up that stairwell? How do I get up to that medic? But decides just to back out as Fuzz now peeking down that main, and that's where he was so deadly in the last game. 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock, and the pressure is on PremTech right now.
Yeah, definitely. Like, they got about time for 1 Uber, maybe 2 if the medic gets lucky with some Uber sauce. But speaking of... Oh yeah, the Castle almost went for the medic there, but he saw the sniper and took that instead. So he did go down, so he traded. So let's see here. Here comes the blue team with an Uber, and the red team has an Uber as well, but the medic's not actually with anybody. He's actually a bit disconnected there, and here comes the Uber coming in, and the gun is eating up so much damage. And it goes down eventually along with the engineer here, and 51 seconds left on the clock. And there the defensive Uber code. Oh, the medic falls in the pit!
Klefsas falls into the pit there, and that might spell devastation as Lippy decides to join him. Dillman goes down, Sprayer gets a melee step, only Mr. Epic alive.
Hero Scout
Times 5 on the card, but he gets easily taken out by a headshot of all things, and how the heck did they push that in as PremTech is going to take this into a third round? Wow. What the heck just happened?
Well, basically, they realized the best way to kill people is just to hurl them in the pit at the end, and so they did, and then they just pushed. I think, like, what happened there is that they got the correct amount of picks, and then the red medic was disconnected from, like, most of his team while the Uber came in, and I think that was, like, the major factor, and then everything just fell together like a house of cards in a tornado. And,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, I think one thing that actually happened there, it kind of looked bad initially, but so Sprayer got disconnected from his team, so he got pushed towards the red spawn on offense, and so he was down incredibly low, and then Unlimited kind of looked at him, he's like, okay, should I go kill the medic, or should I focus people? And I think that kind of distraction took away some of that extra damage he could have been putting out versus if Sprayer just was like with the other players. I know it kind of sounds kind of dumb, but in these, you know, kind of final moments, these little decisions that happen, and it's nothing against you know, Unlimited for making that decision, whether it was right or wrong, but definitely just, and then obviously the medic falling in the pit with Uber is never a good thing. My goodness, I don't think I've ever seen that happen for an ending.
Yeah, no, like usually, like before people like, do I often see a lot of like environmental kills on Upward? And we're like, no, because the players are so good to avoid that. And we've seen plenty of people fall off the edges this game compared to what we normally see in a Prem game. So there's that. Maybe the pits have gotten better.
maybe that's it. I think that just with the natural rise of skill level of Premiership, this pit has also done the same. Whereas before it used to be just lightly graze you, now it's an instant kill. You know, so it's gotten better.
Yeah, it's better at being a pit that insta kills. But yeah, that's also just like a part of like the meta, like how the meta thinks, because you also have to like, I guess you have, since we have some downtime before the round goes, this is like, I guess you could say, like, as a sniper, you can play it two different ways. Like, I think this applies to other classes as well. But you have prediction and reaction type of plays. Whereas prediction is like, you think the opponent's going to do that, so you aim where you think it's going to be. While as reaction is like, you aim where he actually is. And I think that applies to a lot of other stuff, too. Like, how do you play? Do you predict that the enemy is going to do this, and then you make precautions before they do it? Or are you like the reactive player, as you react instantly and change your plan the moment you see, like, the opponent's attack, like kind of like water? You know, you're tranquil like a river in the song. Kind of like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure, like, I haven't seen either of these teams be either of those, like, major, like, oh, this is our plan, we're going to bank everything on this, or, oh, we're just doing whatever and we're just reacting to whatever they're doing. So it's hard to tell, but speaking of things hard to tell, who do you think is going to take this game?
Well, I was pretty dead set that I think WASP was going to win. I mean, I still think they are going to win. I mean, currently I looked up on Saloon right now. PremTech has a 70 to 30% pick rate. So a lot of people are in the favor of PremTech winning. So we might be seeing an upset here according to Saloon.tf. But I mean, WASP looked incredibly strong. The only reason that they even failed that is it got kind of that final 45-second, final minute push out of PremTech was what did it in. But besides, and that's also because they lost their combo classes just before that final Uber push came in, and they kind of got split up and all that calamity happened. But if you take that away, PremTech, I mean, they looked good, but they definitely did not look like winners. And they definitely had like, I mean, but they had good moments, but they just didn't look like, it looked like luck. It didn't look like it was skill. And they won it. I don't know. So, like, that's, go ahead, take it. I mean, that's my opinion on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just gonna be the quote of they remember you by. Yeah, they don't look like winners. It's like the meanest thing you can say.
I'm gonna get so much hate mail from PremTech right now.
What's your Twitter tag?
Yeah, just tweet me at Sigafoo. Just tell me what a big idiot I am. You know, it's what casters
Maybe
do.
You don't look a winner like yourself. You know?
You know what? I'm gonna hear that all the time. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not so much. they kind of look very just maybe not put together. I think that's what I mean more to say, is they just don't look coordinated. It kind of feels like slapstick, and they're just like barely scraping by wins and victories in these different situations. But the thing is like, if that wins the game, who the hell cares? Look as ugly as you want. If you win the game, I don't care how pretty it is, a win is still a win on the stat page. And if PremTech can do that, then they absolutely deserve the win today. And I mean, they deserved that win in the round they just got. I mean, it was ugly, but they got it. But I still think WASP played an overall better game currently today.
Yeah, WASP has also been a team that's been I don't remember how long PremTech has been together, but WASP, they've been together like since the beginning. I mean, they're a good example of starting like in the lower divisions and then just slowly working your way up as your teamwork improves, and also like you have people who like switches teams and hops on and hops off. That's always going to happen, but like the main core kind of like stays, because I remember casting these guys a while back, and they're not weren't as coordinated as they are now. So it just clearly shows if you just keep practicing, you are going to get to the top if you just never give up and you just keep improving. It's not enough to play; you have to actually get better.
Right.
At playing. That's like a lot of people has like been playing for hours and hours and hours, but they don't get better. It's because they don't actually improve. And how you improve is that you learn from your mistakes, and we've seen that in the stats, whereas the soldiers nowhere near as prominent as they were previously. So they are absolutely doing something about that. But you got to take care of Nesh this game, and I think Nesh is going to be feeling the pressure because he got 26 kills last game, top fragging, and Scissors, the Pyro, got 20. So
yeah, that's impressive. I mean, it's a really. I want to point that out. Scissors getting like almost top fragging as Pyro, so impressive. I mean,
we hardly ever talk about it. It's like, oh yeah, Pyro top fragging. Yeah, it happens never.
I mean, it's like one of those things, too, where it's like a kind of a double-edged sword. Obviously, you don't want your power to be super crazy aggressive that it, gets your medic killed. But, both medics sitting at 3 deaths each last game. Though Klefsas only 6 assists compared to Spare's 19. So it might be that Klefsas maybe wasn't getting the forward heals out nearly as well as Spare was. As the gates are going to be opened up here, we're going to have, I'm trying to figure out exactly what we're got going on here. But yeah, it's going to be starting out with PremTech on offense here. They're going with the Kritzkrieg again. So we'll see if they want to do it, but they're not popping off right away like they did last time.
Yeah, and we also have the Spy here, Costal. He's just watching, just surveying, being like a supervisor. And he's looking to get an ambassador. Oh, he gets it on Maito. Nice shot there. Taking him out the demo. And a couple players down for the attacking team here. Sentry still up and no real pressure coming up here, so they're just gonna have to wait for the second wave and then go, because this is for all the buns, all the winners. I mean, do you look like a winner? I don't know. You have to fight for it. We'll see here. Oh, Castle gets caught out here. The Spy taken down by Scissors. But that one thing I wanted to say about like Pyro, if the Pyro's getting a lot of kills, that means there's a lot of kills the other classes aren't getting.
That's true. It tends to be cleanup kills, but actually Delaman, just as I said, that gets taken down with the Ubercharged laser beams are going to come out here, but it's not going to really find anything as it does get popped off onto Unlimited. Mr. Epic pushing in as well. Lippy trying to get some forward to get some more kills, but no real frags coming out too much, but Fuzz taking down Scissors there. And what'd you see?
I'm seeing total annihilation here on the defensive side, where the defenders are they're still holding the ground. I mean, they have spent their Uber, but they haven't lost a single building, and everybody is in their positions. They haven't been able to be taken out, and this is not looking like a good opener for the final round here for PremTech, because PremTech has to set the time that WASP has to beat in order to win this game. Like, if WASP doesn't beat it, they lose. WASP lose.
Well, and the thing too is that, like, I'm always incredibly critical. I think I've seen one good offensive Kritzkrieg on payload maps. It's so unusual, and it's generally just a bad idea. You can't take ground. They lost Maito right away. Like,
speaking of losing people, Fuzz with a headshot on Kakaltu going down. Bye-bye. No more Fat Man on offense. And now Sprayer has the Kritzkrieg, but 300% more damage, does still 0 damage. And let's see here, Klefsas coming out with the instant he sees the Kritzkrieg, he pops the Uber. And did he even get anything with that Kritzkrieg?
Do you ever against Uber?
Well,
I believe in the rock paper scissors game, Scissors beats rock beats Scissors. As I say that so incorrectly. But Sprayer decides to go to Medigun wisely as 3 minutes left in the clock here as they struggle to take any ground on this initial push, and just PremTech. As I said, it's just sloppy play, and it continues to show that as Costo gets a stab onto Olba. Fuzz sitting at a 7-kill streak. Really nice job on the sniper here. As Delman gets easily picked off here, trying to make a little cute play on the flank, as well as Kermit. They just can't do anything.
Yeah, they seem to be like falling apart here, and then picked off one by the other team. I mean, even when they thought they had a 2v1, and it turned into a 3v2 quite after. So it seems like, you know, Highlander is all about, you know, Team Fortress in general, just helping your team, and it seems like WASP is better at helping their teammates than the other team here. And we got a defensive conch coming in, so that means the defenders are going to be able to heal while they shoot the enemies, which is pretty darn nice. Another Uber coming in. I'm not sure if that was a force or not, but
I think there's a little bit of a force from Kermit above. They also lost their level 3 sentry gun as the engineer went down and got spammed out. So I think they opt just to pop to get out, but they probably should just ran.
Yeah,
but I guess
they
if
ran.
you get forced, you get forced.
Yeah. But I mean, like, now they're up against another metagun. They're not using crits on offense anymore. But they held that for like 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the first point.
That's great. That's a great first point.
No, it isn't. It's terrible. It's 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
For the offense, so that's why I point out Trooper got a nice 2K there, taking down both combo classes.
Yeah, because it's always good for the other team, isn't it? Like 3.3, it's great for the defenders. For the attackers, it's absolutely awful. But yeah, it looks like they have some momentum going on. They might be able to crush this defense, because you can see a lot of like the power classes for the defenders are just respawning. Like there's no demo, no heavy. Yeah, because they're just waltzing here, so they can make up a lot of time here for having spent so much on the first point, and they might actually get a decent amount of time here. Let's see here, 4:30 seconds, only a little bit under a minute to get that second point, and they just need to keep the cart going ×3. So there you go.
Yeah, as we come into this next point, Kostal is looking like he wants to do a little 1v1 against Nesh, way behind enemy lines, though he's going to lose that bow with the help of Scissors.
Yeah.
Both medics at basically even Uber, a little bit of the advantage going to the offensive side here. Sticky Trap over this door, and pretty standard, a little bit aggressive on the sentry gun right now as Fuzz is staying right behind it, trying to use it maybe a little bit to his advantage. As, just kind of currently just a normal kind of setting as Kermit goes down there with the help of Lippy and Fuzz.
Yeah.
And a lot of people on the cart, but they should get spammed out here pretty shortly.
Yeah, they got the heavy on the cart here, and he's just pushing it. Doesn't even care. There's the engineer back there putting up a mini sentry on that. Oh, gets taken down here. But yeah, he's back on the cart, and he needs to get assisted by Steamer Catman going down to a snipe, and we have the heavier. Nobody's really contesting this, so having a heavy on the cart is really, really unusual. And then he gets taken out as soon as he's going to have a little picnic. Taken out by Fuzz there. He's been doing a lot of work this game so far. He's currently top fragging with 20 points, with the medic on 19, shortly behind. So
yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like, it's a little bit unusual. I mean, I think, for casters to talk about the cart being pushed, but this third point, it's so critical because there's 3 uphills. Lippy actually falls into the pit. Uber does get popped off here. Sentry gets picked up and put down instantly as Deto's going to push back the enemy team right now, as Mado's going to try to fall into the cart. Costo gets a nice backstab as Medic goes down as well as Sprayer, and as we're going to have Klefsas be able to stay alive here, as they're going to be able to defend this, as well as a Delman going down in the exchange. Mr. Epic running all the way forward, gets a 2K right there, just chasing frags, and he's going to try to pick up a few more here as he's behind the cart. And he's going to just have to be careful here as Nesh goes down in that exchange. Fuzz going to be winning that battle, but this cart being pushed up is really, really important because there's 3 areas where it gets pushed back.
Yeah, and it
so
still hasn't been able to get up the first one.
And so Wasp is doing a fantastic job. Oh no, but as I say, the Trooper goes down. Klefsas with the backstab, and that should open it up here, but the cart has so far to push, they might have a chance to still defend this.
Yeah. No medic for the defender, so that's a pretty big deal, and they have their own medical lives, so they can just play the healing game and just soak up some damage here. But you have the soldier here on the high ground, gets the scout. Lippy doing work now on the exhibit loadout, just tons of heals all over that. Heals in the rockets, heals in the backpack. If he's using the half-sight toy shield, scream. No, he's not. He's using the disciplinary action. Okay.
But that right there, I think it's kind of an example. It's like they just killed the medic. They had a slight able to push, but the cart was so far back that if it was on its last hump, it would have been a point captured. But because they weren't able to get the foreground.
Oh, what? Did you see that backstep on the Sprayer? Jesus, he dropped that Uber like a hot plate of cookies. Jesus, that was painful. Ouch.
But fortunately, while all that is going down, they did get this cart pushed all the way up to the final hurdle, so it's just a little bit outside that last point. Kermit's going to jump in here, so despite dropping Uber, they were at least able to push the objective, which I think is probably more important.
Yeah, and this is when I wish they would allow picking up fallen mediguns, because now the Sprayer would have had that full Uber again, and that would have been, they would have been able to push through. But yeah, it looks like cart's going forward. 7:27, that's the time when they pushed the last point, so they're a bit behind. Not seeming to be a faster round for them this round. Let's see here. They got quite a good group here together. Let's see if they don't split themselves too thin. But oh yeah, upper area taken by WASP. This is going to be tough to break.
Well, this is where they've struggled all game, and Mado's going to try to beat around this corner.
They did get Fuzz instantly. That was like the carry earlier. He was able to stay alive for so long, getting tons of kills, but he could take it down immediately, and that means he has to run all the way around. There's like no helpful teleporter there either, so they just need to keep the pressure up and just keep the cart moving forward, just to keep touching it.
Yeah, and actually, Klefsas got forced off a little bit earlier, and then his only person with him was a heavy. Now Trooper's right behind Klefsas right now. He's going to decloak, try to go 1v1.
Oh, look at Costal. Look at Costal. Oh! Oh! He misses the stab ever so barely, but the heavy went down regardless.
Trooper does get back up there. He's right behind Klefsas right now. Might be able to make a plate, though he's going to get bumped into. Yeah, Costal is bumping into him. And the Uber advantage currently is in the favor of the offense. They need to get aggressive, and they're going to do that right now. As Mayo's going to be pushing in here. Trooper's going to try to get onto Unlimited. He's going to... No, he's not actually. As Lippy is disconnecting the combo, doing a really nice job here with the black box, being so annoying, and decides to jump out the window. Brilliant play by him.
Wow, okay. Not many AS soldiers can pull that off, like, just playing with an Uber and a demo and just getting out of there alive. And he wants that help back. He's going to get it.
Yeah, and that's the power of the black box right there. Klefsas seeing 85% playing incredibly aggressively. Catman actually pushing out Kakeltu, who's going to have to back off here. Somehow, with Uber advantage, they still hold on to this upper area. I mean, PremTech has just been like so struggling to push up here. Even with everything in their favor, they still cannot do it.
Yeah, it seems like I think PremTech is the kind of team that only pushes when they have an advantage. And if you never get an advantage, that means you can never push, ever. So, but they do have a full Uber, so does the other enemy team, and they're going from the low ground and up, and that is just such a hard battle. Very late Uber coming on to Catman here, off on the defending side, and he takes out the heavy, so he just needs to stay alive there. Runs into the scout, who takes him out, takes out the mid-center. You gotta be careful about that heavy, the sniper. Oh, did some head turning there, avoiding getting shot. Kakeltu just respawning here, and yeah, so far both medics spent their Ubers, and blue team still stuck where they are.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I mean, even keeping that level 3 sentry gun, that should have been out by now if the soldier's not coming in to take over the upper area with his team. The soldier can coordinate with the spy. The dispenser's not on the stairwell, so the spy can get to the gun for free.
Yeah.
All it takes is a mild coordination. As a lot of pushing coming up here. Klefsas goes down with the help of the pyro, and there you go. This is the frags that PremTech needs. Only 4 alive here on the defensive side.
Lippy did some cleanup crew there. Took down the sniper. Oh, but almost everybody is dead now. Yeah, they just need to hurl on the cart and push this. There's 2 up. There's a pyro and the spy is dead. So it's just the pyro. Hero pyro of the day is gonna die instantly. And they're just on the cart. This is hard to stop. And there you go, 10:42. That's like similar to the first push they did, wasn't it? Wasn't it like 11
yeah, that
something?
Was pretty much exactly the same time. I mean, it's. I think it was like 10. Yeah, I think it was 10:30 something.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, WASP has been that every single first round. WASP's offense was about 5 minutes to 6 minutes. The second round is around 7 minutes. So, I mean, PremTech is going to need to pull something out of their hat that they haven't already, because this is pretty much looking like WASP's game to win.
Yeah, and remember what I said, like, Nesh needs to get more focused, because he did really well last round, right? He's now, like, third bottom fragging, so clearly they're, like, adjusting to each other's plays. And now you can see, like, the top fragger is Catman, the heavy, and the demo, along with the medic on WASP here, so they're doing pretty good along with the sniper. And Fuzz has a lot of ping, 154, Jesus. Where's he playing from? The Americas?
Maybe so. I mean, maybe that's where you need to go get some good snipers. I don't know, but he's doing well with it. Shots fired! Shots fired! Yeah. But he's actually hitting them. No, but but yeah, no, it's definitely looking. It'll be interesting to see if PremTech can find something here. I'm not sure what they really need to do differently. I mean, they just need to make sure that they're playing smart, have good transition between points.
I know, they just need to play like winners.
That's just it. They just need to play like winners. And I don't know. I mean, 10-minute time doesn't look like a winner time, but Lippy up on the direct hit, so it looks like they want to take this down early as a detail gets taken out by a trap there.
Yeah, so just some early suicides. Like, you normally just do this. You just throw some bodies at the front trying to get something done, and if you can't, you try a couple more times. If that doesn't work, you just bring the medic and you see what happens. And oh, nice work there by Trooper taking down the sniper before getting obliterated by the dart hit. And Lippy, he is going anti-sentry and anti-fat man. And he's getting 1 rocket, 2... Oh, nice reflect there from the pyro, making sure... I'm not sure... From my angle, it didn't look like it hit.
But we're going to see what happens here. So Uber does get popped in from both teams. Both Pyros kind of pushing each other back. Unlimited trying to get some damage down onto the sentry gun, but doesn't get anything. Costal is at least going to get the heavy frag right there, but still the level 3 sentry gun is alive, and the Devilman and Pyro are still up here. Catman trying to do a decent amount of damage onto the cart.
Yeah.
Costal's going to get in position to do something, but this is going to prompt a backup.
Costal going in for the sap. Oh, and nice work there by Fuzz, taking down the sentry, and now it looks like Wasp has some dangerous momentum going on. We have the spy here at the back. He's always going for the medic. Oh, but he's been spotted, and no face stab today. Medic stays alive, and they're pretty much dead even in Uber as well. So if your team doesn't have an Uber and you don't have an Uber, you can just attack whenever because they don't have an Uber, and you have the number advantage too.
Yeah, I mean they give up so much ground. They can't really decide what they want to do. So close. Slippy also going to try to come in and clean up the frags, but not able to do that. Unlimited peeking around the corner, but Kakeltu in at least a decent spot to try to defend. But yeah, PremTech they kind of like wanted to hold back, and then they wanted to hold forward, and they kind of did the worst of both. And now they're going to give up the second point.
Costa stabbed the spy. That is so cute when that happens. Nice body block there by the medic. So yeah, there you go. Cart's moving forward.
Uber.
Yeah, even Uber. Oh, Nesh there getting the sniper advantage here, and instantly getting pressured by the spy, who they shot him in the head, but manages to just take off some overheal.
Yeah, only 2 minutes off the clock for the first 2 points, and Wasp again continue to look incredibly good.
Very fast, and they just got just keep that ×3, and you'll be doing good. So far, they only have ×2 on it, but they're looking to take a lot of ground. And look at D-Toad here. He's just gonna grab the health pack, and has he been spotted? No, he hasn't. Oh, now he has, and then dies. But yeah, he's a pyro. Like, what are you gonna do? Sorry, go ahead. Uber coming in, killing everything. Sorry.
Here comes both Ubers. Sentry gun does go down as Limited goes for a flight, but able to land safely on the other side. Medic on the car taking a lot of damage. Actually gets bonked, and then backstab by Trooper.
Oh,
what a combo play.
Yeah. But hey,
combo!
the cart's still going forward. Like it's not stopping. Can't stop, won't stop.
They need to defend this cart. They need to stop this free cart pushing that's going on.
We have red heavy, the blue heavy Catman with the Tomislav revved up, being silent, and he's now going to be watching his scout friend die, and then eventually go up and flank the place when the major push is coming on. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, he's giving away his position. He did get the scout, and now he's just racking on the dispenser and just bullying people out of there. And
yeah, they lost the talent. Yeah, that was just a really nice dry push by Wasp there. I mean, they just slowly took ground, but also it's kind of PremTech's playing a little bit scared. Obviously, they lost their demo man, but you now have to defend this final point for 7 minutes. You know, you need to make a play somewhere, and I think they probably should at least made an attempt on the third point.
Yeah, I guess you could say PremTech is feeling the heat now. Wasp they just keep moving forward, and look at this. They already have people down on the low ground here. Going to be pushing up, just seeing what they have, and they notice that they have the other group upstairs here. Duso gets taken out, no scout for the defenders. And here they come. They just they just dry push it. They don't even need a medic. Didn't get any kills. Well, they have gotten a couple of rollers off on the medic here, but it's still not full health. It's to regen and stuff.
They took down the scissors. Yeah, that's actually kind of a big deal for this Uber exchange, because now you're not going to be able to push them back.
Exactly. So, I mean, they actually got a force here, and then they pushed into the force. A bunch of Jedis, and then they're gonna. Like, how's this gonna go? There's a sentry here. What?
Yeah, he's been had it there for a while. Limited trying to take it down. Takes a lot of spam. Finally goes down. But actually, Mr. Epic coming from behind, helping cleaning it up, and there you go, only 3 alive, and this is looking great for Wasps. All they need to do is push in this final card, only 2 alive.
So tell me, Sigafoo, what does winners look like?
Winners are going to look like the blue team pushing this cart, but can Scissors make a hero play? He's from behind. Does anybody see him? He goes for the WM1, but he gets taken out. This card is going to be pushed in by Mr. Epic, and there you go, Wasp taking the upset, only 30% on Saloon.tf, but somehow taking away this win. And that's what winners look like. Wasp taking that game. Winners.
Yeah, well deserved though. They played really well. I really like it when teams push without Uber constantly and without a medic, because they're comfortable doing it. They're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna push you even though you have a medic and everything there, and just do a ton of damage and play off that later. So yeah, that was well played for them.
Yeah, I mean, kind of the only real good round that PremTech had was that second round, kind of on each side, and even their best round was kind of holding an average, like WASP to an average time. Besides that,
Yeah.
they pretty much just got pushed over. And I don't know, kind of, I'd have to kind of really kind of analyze it kind of a little bit deeper, but my initial kind of thing of it is it seemed like that PremTech just were a little bit too scared on defense in transitions. Maybe if they held a little bit more aggressively, they kind of just seemed to struggle to commit to one or the other. They kind of either were like, they wanted to be defensive, but they wanted to be aggressive, and then they, as I said, they just kind of had the worst of both, and just gave up points after point. They didn't, I don't think they played atrociously. Like, I'm not trying to say that, with all my comments, but I think just that, like their transitions and getting set up, they just couldn't really decide what they wanted to do. And I think a little bit more of communication or something, I think will kind of, because they're definitely a good team. They have the DM. They have a good chance. This is just the first week, so they definitely can turn it around. But WASP looking the better of the two teams here today.
I think the major thing is that WASP is just better at helping out each other, because often you would see they were always going groups of 3 and 4s all the time, while as PremTech would get scattered a bit more and be a bit more disconnected. And that's like, if you fight, if all your fights are 2v1, you're going to do pretty good. So,
yeah. So the other thing too is I want to say is I kind of was surprised about the lack of coordination over spy plays this game on a payload map, because it's like, I don't know, at least in the Americas, like it's like almost every push has a spy sapping the gun, and I don't know if I ever saw that more than one time. Like, it was incredibly rare this game, which I found incredibly unusual, because they struggled to take down the level 3 sentry guns. It wasn't like they were taking them down themselves. Like, there's a lot of times where the guns were staying alive, and I don't know if the teams were just like playing incredibly well, and like where the actual fault of that lies. But I was kind of surprised about how that went. Looks like we're going to have a couple of people joining us in here. Do you want to do interviews, John? All right, there we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Blackout. Let's see, we got Catman, we got Klefsas. How are you guys doing? And also Scissors. Scissors, the crazy pyro guy, top fragger extraordinaire.
Hello.
Hello.
So yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on the game? How do you feel it went?
Well, obviously we're disappointed. Like, we wanted to win this, and we thought we were gonna win this, but yeah, like now I'm not the official representative of the team, but I was asked to get in here. But yeah, it feels like we were really, like, we had different opinions on how to do stuff, and then we started doing things that we hadn't planned to do originally, like, and that's one of the classic things when you know that stuff is gonna fuck up.
Yeah, definitely. It's like easy when you're already losing and that stuff to happen. So yeah, absolutely understandable. So who would you say was the biggest problem? Like, if there was a single player or like a single thing that the other team did that you had troubles with?
I wouldn't really put like my finger on one person in particular. I think actually that the reason why they played so good as well was that it just didn't seem like anyone really stuck out, playing bad. Seemed like they all like had decent games, and they all like were on the same page and had a good night today. So it wasn't like one guy was absolutely destroying us or anything. One thing I'd like to note though is that this team usually plays so much around their sniper, like my team.
Yeah.
And they made sure that we couldn't do that today, and which made it really much more difficult to play, like, as opposed to when we normally play. Because it's so much easier when you have all that space.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we saw your sniper doing well, and then immediately getting shut down once he started doing well. So they were responding to that pretty well, I think.
Yeah, they really did a good job shutting him down.
Yeah, I think Klefsas and Catman, you guys, played pretty well today. What do you think? Were you kind of expecting this result?
Yes, sure, but we expected 6-0 to win. We know that this team will be very bad because Kaltu will play instead of Breakfast.
Yeah,
and
I think
it was not good.
Well, I was hoping to see Breakfast Junior too. I think he's like one of the best heavies in the game, so I think that also might be.
He's not the best, but he could do better than Kaltu.
Well, a second best then.
Yes.
Yeah, second best. Yes.
Well, like, I don't even think he is here though. But I think the main the thing we didn't want to use him this week because he was that's the thing, he's not here, so we didn't use him all week. But hopefully, I don't know if he's gonna be here next week. Hopefully he will.
Yeah.
And so, you guys, on the second point, Klefsas, you guys held pretty aggressively. Is that kind of a new style? You guys like holding in kind of the Z or the C area kind of? That's kind of newer style of hold. Is that kind of the new meta, or what did you guys kind of come up with that, or where did you guys see that?
I can say it's we did it first, like first team who did this. We saw it many times in another Prem teams. I can't say actually which one played like that, but yeah, our strategy was around this forward hold on second point, because I think holding second point in deep spawn is very bad. You're giving a lot of space to enemy team. So our first goal was to come back from first point with a lot of alive people. Yeah, we given point not because we have picks, we given up point because we feel this pressure, and then we making forward hold. We need NG, sniper, demo, we need a lot of people to do that. And I guess we did that pretty well, because we hold like in good rounds, we hold it like for 2.5 minutes, I guess, second point.
Yeah.
So I think it's a lot better than playing in respawn when where your whole combo, your sniper and your sentry is in one little area, and that's all. And you giving enemy team windows like this balcony room. They can easily spam you. Sniper can easily shoot you from a cliff. A lot of space to enemy team, and a very small time to second point actually. So yeah, it's our main strategy to hold second point now.
Nice. Heavy, you got any more questions?
No, but who do you think is going to win the Prem this season?
That's a pretty big question. I guess I'm Catman. Who do you think is going to win? We'll go down the line.
Layla.
Who?
Layla.
Layla's going to win? All right, Klefsas, who do you think is going to win?
I think strong opinion is still very strong team, so I think they're gonna take second season as well after the last season.
Scissors?
Well, realistically, I'd say strong opinions right now, but I know that actually, if this team gets all their players and plays a lot, it could be a really good team.
Yeah.
So I think it's really early to call.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm looking forward to this season. It looks like to be going to be a lot of good games. So thank you guys for playing, and thank you guys for coming in for the interview. This is BlackOut Gaming TV. If you just tune in from Team Fortress 2 and you have no idea what this is, you can always check out our YouTube's BlackOut Gaming TV. Just YouTube that stuff or click the links and you'll check that out. Anything else before we close out, Sigafoo? Are we done?
I think we're good. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can close it out, Heavy.
All right, bye.
Shout out to 1PT.